This is 6 on your side.
Welcome into 6 on your side, where we're streaming for you tonight with a look at weather. That the temperatures are streaming well downhill towards freezing, Wes.
Yeah, we have really turned the corner here, Jonathan, and we're now in the cold weather mode across the state. We have freeze warnings that include most of the state tonight. We're going to see that freezing line take the tumble well down into South Alabama. How cold is it going to be for us in the morning? Lows from 24 to 31 degrees. A freeze warning going to effect at 10 p.m. and it's going to end at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. But temperatures right now, we're down to 49 in Birmingham, 48 in Jasper. Temperatures are dropping quickly here, and it won't take long. We'll see some 30s popping up on the map, and the wind is actually going to back off tonight, the wind speed. That's why we think, especially in the sheltered valleys, there's going to be some widespread frost early tomorrow morning as well. On top of, look at these temperatures. I know it was close for a lot of areas to start today because it was so windy last night, but you can see in the morning we're going to be as low as 24, 25 in some areas there off to the north early in the day. But the rest of the day, we'll see temperatures rebound quickly. It's going to be very dry, still dangerously dry across the area. Continue to use extreme caution with respect to fire safety in these crispy conditions that we have out there. 58 around 2 p.m. We'll get close to 60 during the afternoon and a mostly sunny sky. But dry is the word. Next several days, nice weather on Friday. This weekend, as we get to Saturday, it looks like the temperatures still on the chilly side during the morning, but with the sunshine, the afternoon we'll see those temperatures in the 70s. Actually, it's going to be picture perfect fall weather for this weekend. Chilly mornings, highs in the 70s with sunshine each day. It's going to feel incredible out there. And also this weekend, Saturday into Sunday, we fall back. So that first alert for the time change, always a great time to check those batteries in your NOAA weather radios, especially with severe weather season right around the corner. Next week, we might see a few showers around Wednesday. And if you tuned in on our first alert weather calendar, we're watching also towards the end of next week, we might see another system that could bring some showers. But right now, we just don't see a home run rainmaker in our forecast, one that will bring an end to the drought. It just looks like a few showers. But check the First Alert Weather app. Lauren's coming back here on our streaming channels. We'll have more in First Alert Weather Extra starting at 6:30.
Happening now, the search for the driver who hit a woman and 2 children while they were trick-or-treating last night. Stephen Allen Jr., pictured here, is still in the hospital. He's 4 years old. He was hit in the Crestwood neighborhood. His sister today tells us he is on a ventilator, but thankfully is stable and responding. Our Tristan Rupert talking with folks who live in the area where this happened.
I've been praying all day. It was really one of the worst scenes I've ever had to witness, and watching that baby get carried away was just horrifying.
Khadidra, Stephen Allen Jr.'s older sister, says she, her friend's baby, and Stephen got to the neighborhood about 30 minutes before the accident. She said the crash happened so fast. She also says neighbors from both sides of the street rushed out to help. And some of those neighbors tell us there were so many people trick-or-treating last night that emergency crews had a difficult time responding to the accident.
The crews did have a difficult time getting in and out of the scene. Just the foot traffic and the amount of vehicles that were in the neighborhood trick-or-treating hampered their ability to get out.
Micah House says he has called this street home since the late 90s. However, last night's holiday celebrations were the first that turned into a nightmare.
These children were out just to have a fun holiday night, and someone completely disregarded their safety and kept going. It's horrible.
Both the houses and other neighbors stress that the 56th and 9th intersection is problematic. They say cars race over the hill from the north, and ultimately the hill blinds them from what is waiting on the other side.
It needs a stop sign. It was heartbreaking to hear what happened last night, and my first thought was somebody was speeding over the hill on 56th Street and didn't see the folks crossing.
Police are offering a $5,000 reward if you have information that can help them make an arrest. And they're looking for dark-colored Audi A3 model years 2009 to 2012 with a damaged passenger side mirror. In Coleman County, a case the sheriff is calling unique. Deputies arresting a man for the murder of a missing person, Jeffrey Wilhite, who's been missing from West Point since April of 2020. Now, more than 3 years later, they've arrested Randall Hogan, charging him with Wilhite's murder. Sheriff Gentry says they have not recovered Wilhite's body, but have enough evidence in the last 3 years to bring that case to a grand jury that indicted Hogan for murder.
If you have evidence or you know of something that's involved in this case or even another missing person case, please come forward. You know, over the last 3 years, we've interviewed numerous witnesses. We've executed numerous search warrants, and it takes a community coming together to solve these things.
The sheriff says they always believed a crime was committed but needed evidence to prove that. And if you have a tip, they welcome you to call the Coleman County Sheriff's Office. Happening tomorrow, State Representative John Rogers with the chance to get out of jail. He's been there since Monday when a judge revoked his bond because prosecutors say he tried to contact a witness in his criminal case despite the judge telling him not to. Rogers' team says they can prove he didn't mean to contact that witness, and they will try to make that case in the hearing tomorrow. Jefferson County's district attorney today says he has a plan to make sure your kids are in class, not out with unexcused absences. Danny Carr says he's not looking to put parents in jail, but talked to Bria Chapman about what he does want to do.
Well, the law says that the district attorney shall enforce school compulsory attendance. It didn't even say I shall prosecute murder cases, it said I may. But the term shall means that there is no discretion. So what we want to do was do it in an unorthodox manner and try to get on the front lines of preventing chronic absenteeism.
District Attorney Danny Carr says if a child is missing multiple days of school in Birmingham City or Tarrant City schools, his office steps in with their Helping Family initiative to find out what the problem is.
What a child may be emulated in school may be associated with a family behavior or a need. And so with that being said, it gives us the opportunity to not just focus on the child, but the entire family, the parents, the grandparents, aunts and uncles, anyone that has any interaction with that child.
There are advocates within these school systems that will connect students in need with this program. And if that doesn't work, after 3 absences, the child will receive a letter from the DA's office.
And historically what happens is they go to family court over the years and they go before a judge. And that judge kind of admonished them and tell them, hey, you better have your child in school. Well, to their surprise, they show up and we have a multidisciplinary team there to figure out, hey, we're here to help you. Here are the resources we have.
Over the years, they say this approach has been successful, not just for the child, but their family as well.
We see families get financial literacy programs to get them back on track, understanding budget. We are able to help families who have need additional food boxes. So we see a gamut of resources going into a family's household that changes their lives. That student is in school, that parent is working.
Carr says they are more than willing to work with families, but after trying to help if nothing changes, these parents or guardians could end up in jail. Well, it'll be time to change your clocks, rolling back on Sunday, but if we're up to Senator Tommy Tuberville, it'd be the last time you have to do it. Tuberville again introducing the Sunshine Protection Act, which would keep us from losing an hour of daylight. The Senate passed the bill, but it did not make it to the House floor last year.
It's time that we just stuck with daylight savings time and quit this changing back and forth, because it's kind of like you have jet lag, twice a year, and we'd like to just make it permanent.
Senator Tuberville thinks the bill might have a better chance in the House now under new Speaker Mike Johnson. Publix is open for business in Irondale, had its grand opening this morning, the first grocery store in the city in years. It's right there at the corner of Old Leeds Road and Grants Mill, a little way from customers, with more than 100 jobs now coming to the city thanks to the new store. The state will soon be sending you money if you're a taxpayer. If you've paid taxes for the 2021 tax year, you'll get a one-time tax rebate. Payments will go out starting December the 1st, $150 if you filed individually, $300 for filing jointly, either a check in the mail or direct deposit, depending on how you paid your taxes. Hey, thanks for joining us for this digital version of 6 on Your Side. At 6:30, Weather Extra right here on our digital streaming platforms, and FOX6 News at 10 comes up tonight on television after the World Series.